page 102. Examples 245. The school should be closed tomorrow. A certainty and can be spoken only by one in authority. The school will be closed tomorrow may be said by anybody. You or he shall be punished. I threatened. You or he will be punished. A mere statement, the speaker having nothing to do with the punishment. Shall I go there? Is it your wish that I should go there? Shall I or you die if I or you go there? Is it your wish that I should go there? Shall I die if I go there? A simple inquiry about a future event. Shall he be punished? Is it your intention to punish him? Shall you or I be punished? A simple inquiry. Will he be punished? A simple inquiry. Will you be punished? Is it your wish to be punished? Who will say to me nay? An appeal. Who shall say to me nay? A challenge. What shall you or I do if you fail? A simple inquiry. What shall he do if he fails? What do you desire him to do? What will you do if you fail? What is your desire if you fail? Exercise 26. A. Explain the force of the italicized words in the following. First, you should speak the truth. Second, I should like to do it myself. Third, would you kindly send me the book? Fourth, would that he were present. Fifth, I would go to his house when I was there. Sixth, I shall go home. Seventh, you shall go home. Eighth, he shall go home. Ninth, the boy shall not leave the room. 10th, tomorrow will be a holiday. 11th, tomorrow shall be a holiday. 12th, you shall get the thing tomorrow. 13th, the boy shall be whipped. 14th, shall you go home? 15th, shall he go home? 16th, will he go home? 17th, will you go home? 18th, will he come? 19th, shall he come? 20th, shall I come? 21st, will you go to the place? B. Correct. First, I dared not to leave the room. Second, he durst leave the room. Third, he dare me to the race. Fourth, Jadu dare Ram to fight with him. Fifth, he dare not to challenge me. Sixth, Ramesh dares go home. Seventh, he needs not help me. Eighth, that needs not to be anxious. Ninth, Bose need not to be anxious. The thief is punished by me. Second, I assure you that I dash help you. Third, I promise that you dash have the money. Fourth, he dash control his temper. Fifth, I dash not have been so hasty. Sixth, I dash have my own way. Seventh, every man dash surely die some day. Eighth, dash you kindly give me that post. Ninth, dash you confer the boon on me. 10th, I dash be always grateful to you. 11th, they expect that I dash make a speech. 12th, ask the man and he dash tell you. 13th, the magistrate ordered that the prisoner dash be released. 14th, you dash do your duty if you dash shine in life. 15th, probably there dash be a storm this evening. 16th, you dash leave the room or I dash punish you. 17th, dash he stand first in the exam, he dash be rewarded. 18th, he desires that you dash not go there. 19th, I intend that you dash be a professor. Chapter 18th, page number 103. Question tags. 246. Auxiliaries are very helpful, especially in conversational English, in the framing of short answers, agreements, disagreements, etc. They are also used in the formation of question tag. 247. Question tags are short phrases added to sentences, statements asking for agreement or confirmation. In affirmative sentences, the question tag is formed by repeating the auxiliary in interrogative form in the negative, expecting the answer yes. Ram is a good boy, isn't he? In the bracket, not. Is he? You can speak French, can't you? In the brackets, not. Can you? He has gone, hasn't he? Ruby is coming tomorrow, isn't she? Rabi would like to go there, won't he? You will do this, won't you? You have a dog, haven't you? These are for sale, aren't they? In negative sentences, the question tag is formed by repeating the auxiliary in interrogative form in the affirmative, expecting the answer no. Raju is not a good student, is he? In the bracket, not, isn't he? Maya can't speak Hindi, can she? In the bracket, not, can't she? You need not come, need you? They will not go, will they? You haven't read the book, have you? The captain did not agree to this, did he? You don't know him, do you? They haven't any house, have they? That was not correct, was it? When there is no auxiliary, the question tag is formed by the use of the verb to do in the proper form. In the bracket, do, does, did, don't, doesn't, etc. They went to Bombay, didn't they? He came to the party, didn't he? He speaks French well, doesn't he? Note A. The subject of the question tag must be a pronoun, never a noun. B. The negative interrogative form of the auxiliary is always used in the contracted form, isn't, can't, doesn't, etc. C. Guard against common errors as you are coming to school, isn't it? This is incorrect. Are you coming to school, aren't you? This is correct. You haven't been to school, is it? This is incorrect. You haven't been to school, have you? Is correct. D. They are, aren't they? You are, aren't you? He is, isn't he? But I am, aren't I? In the bracket, no, not. Am not I? I am late, aren't I? Page number 104. But if the sentence is negative or the verb is in the past tense form, the verb in the question tag agrees with I. I am not late, am I? I am not the right person for the job, am I? I was fooled, wasn't I? E. Americans use tags much less than the British. They often use the tags right and okay. You are going to meet me, right? we'll take the car, okay? But as a general rule, learners should not use these tags. This is Oxford Guide to English Grammar by John Eastwood. 248. If there are two auxiliaries in the verb, only the first one is used in the formation of the question tag. You should have done this, shouldn't you? The girl have been crying since morning. The girl has been crying since morning, hasn't she? 249. For everyone and everybody, as subjects of the main clause, the subject of the question tag is normally they. See Article 481, a note. Everybody can't be clever, can they? Everyone present made a wild rush for the door, didn't they? The subject of the tag for everything must always be singular it and not they. Everything looked beautiful, didn't it? Everything has gone wrong today, hasn't it? 250. When each follow the pronoun we each, they each, you each, verbs, pronouns and possessive adjectives in both main sentence and tag agree with the plural pronoun. We each have our problems, haven't we? Would. 251. The tag for imperative sentences usually begin with will. Please ask the boys to come in. Will you? Kindly do me a favor. Will you? Write down your name. Will you? Note: for a positive request or command, the tag can be either positive or negative. Close the door. Will you? Close the door. Won't you? Please lend me some money. Will you? Please lend me some money. Won't you? But for negative requests or commands, the tag can only be positive. Don't go there. Will you? Please don't make noise. Will you? 252. Statements with no in the bracket adjective: none, no one, nothing, hardly, barely, scarcely, seldom, nowhere, convey negative idea. So they take positive question tags with them. No book is allowed. Is it? None could tell the address. Could they? You met no one there. Did you? Nothing was said. Was it? He hardly smokes. Does he? You hardly know her. Do you? He scarcely speaks with her. Does he? You seldom come here. Do you? He goes nowhere nowadays. Does he? Page number 105. 253. When anybody, anyone, no one, nobody, none, neither are used as subjects, the subject of the question tag is normally they. Anybody can cover the river, can't they? Anyone have done it, couldn't they? No one would object, would they? Neither of them complained, did they? None came to his help, did they? Nobody has ever said this, have they? But when one is used as subject, the subject of the question tag is usually we / you in the bracket not one. 254. When let means a suggestion, the question tag begins with shall. Let us go there, shall we? Let us finish the job now, shall we? But when let expresses permission, the question tag begins with will. Let them play here, will you? Let her come in, will you? But he will let her go home tomorrow, won't he? 255. If the main clause begins with an introductory there, the subject of the question tag is there. There is some milk in the pot, isn't there? In the bracket, not isn't it. There are 4 girls in the class, aren't there? Not isn't there. There is no doctor here, is there? In the bracket, not isn't it. 256. Used as a subject in the statement, this oblique that becomes it and these oblique those becomes they in the question tag. This in the bracket or that is a big house, isn't it? In the bracket, not isn't this. These in the bracket or those are toys, aren't they? In the bracket, not aren't these. Exercise 27. Add appropriate question tags to the following. First, he is at home dash. Second, you knew that dash. Third, he can trust him dash. Fourth, he will go there dash. Fifth, I was right dash. Sixth, your son is an engineer dash. Seventh, she didn't go there dash. Eighth, it isn't strong dash. Ninth, you aren't angry dash. 10th, he came yesterday dash. 11th, you have not met him dash. 12th, they do not know me dash. 13th, the students have done well dash. 14th, we must go now dash. 15th, she can't do this dash. 16th, they are allowed to play dash. 17th, you won't be long dash. 18th, they will never come dash. 19th, you needn't go there dash. 20th, I was right dash. 21st, you ought to go out dash. 22nd, he couldn't answer him dash. 23rd, she speaks German dash. 24th, he usually comes late at night dash. 25th, they used to live here dash. 26th, she carried the umbrella dash. 27th, she does not speak German dash. 28th, they are clever dash. 29th, you haven't had tea yet dash. 30th, he sings well yeah dash. 31st, let us go out for a walk now dash. 32, shut the door dash. 33, you never met him dash. 34, none was ready to go dash. 35, you hardly know her dash. 36, no one appeared to be honest dash. 37, these houses are large dash. 38, there are 3 schools in the village dash. Page number 106. Chapter 19th, the sequence of tenses. 257. The sequence of tenses is the principle in accordance with which the tense of the verb in the subordinate clause follows the tense of the verb in the principal. 258. The main rules are: Rule 1. The verb in the principal clause be present or future. The verb in the dependent clause may be in any tense, as he will say or he says. In he will say or he says, that he does it, that he did it, that he will do it. Rule 2. But if the verb in the principal clause be the past tense, the verb in the dependent clause should be in the corresponding past tense, as he said that, he did it, he had done it, he would do it. But when the dependent clause expresses universal truth or an habitual fact, the verb is not changed, as he said that, honesty is the best policy, man is mortal, he takes bath in Ganges every day. Universal truth is, he said that honesty is the best policy. He said that man is mortal. And habitual fact is, he said that he takes bath in the Ganges every day. Rule 3. When the dependent clause denotes comparison or does the work of an adjective, any tense in the principal clause may be followed by any tense in the dependent. He loves you more than he loves me. He loved you more than he loved me. He will love you more than he will love me. I see the man who does the work, or I saw the man who did the work, or I shall see the man who will do the work. Exercise 28. Fill in the blanks with verbs. First, he was sorry that I dash not help him. Second, I could not go as I dash suffering from fever. Third, he did not know that the earth dash round. Fourth, I learnt that dash ill, but dash not go to see him. Fifth, he failed because he dash not listen to the advice of his friends. Sixth, he had an attack of diarrhea because he dash too much. Seventh, as the storm blew, we dash not start. Eighth, he said that examples dash better than precept. Ninth, when I called at the house, he dash gone away. 10th, I was glad to hear that you dash won the prize. 11th, he said that he dash come shortly. 12th, I did not know when he dash come. 13th, I thought that he dash come in time. Page number 107. Chapter 20th. Tenses in conditional sentences. 259. Conditional sentences have two parts. A if clause in the bracket conditional clause. B main clause. If it rains, I shall not go. In the above sentence, if it rains is the if clause in the bracket or conditional clause, and I shall not go is the main clause. Conditional sentences are of three types and each type contain a different pair of tenses. 260. Type 1. The verb in the if clause means conditional clause is in the present tense. The verb in the main clause is the future simple. It does not matter which comes first. This type of sentence implies that the action in the if clause is quite probable, as if he runs, he'll reach there in time. In the bracket, he may run or may not. You will fail if you do not work hard. Note that the meaning here is present or future, but the verb in the conditional clause is in the present tense, not a future tense. If the reference is to an action in the present tense, the tenses of both the conditional clause and main clause are present, as if you do not read, you fail. If you heat ice, it turns into water. If there is a shortage in supply, the prices go up. If you remain absent, you lose your job. B. If the reference is to a future action, the main clause is in future tense, but the conditional clause remains in the present tense. If I go there, I shall see him. If I get the money, I shall help you. If you read well, you will pass. C. When the main clause signifies an order or an instruction, imperatives are used instead of future tense in the main clause. If you meet him, ask him to ring me up. If he is ill, tell him not to come tomorrow. D. In polite requests, both the clauses should be in future tense. If you will wait for a moment, I will just go and bring my purse. I would be grateful if you would send somebody to receive me at the station. Page number 108. Type 2, 261. The verb in the if clause is in the past tense. The verb in the main clause is in the conditional tense. If I had money, I would lend you some. In the bracket, but I haven't money, the meaning here is present. If you tried to force me, I would resist by all means. In the bracket, the meaning here is future. Note that past tense in the if clause is not a true past but a subjunctive. B. Imaginary condition. If I were you, I should accept the offer. If he were here, he would know the real story. Which would you take if you were offered a choice? C. Note the variations of the main clause. If you tried again, you might succeed. In the bracket, possible result. If I knew your brother, I could see him. In the bracket, ability. If he had the qualifications, he could get a job. In the bracket, ability or permission. If you knew she was in trouble, you should have helped her. D. Note the variation of the if clause. If you were going by car, you would reach much early. If he had taken your advice, he would be a successful man now. 262. Type 3. The verb in the if clause is in the past perfect tense. The verb in the main clause is in the perfect conditional. The time referred to is past. The condition cannot be fulfilled because of the action in the conditional clause did not happen. If I had tried, since I would have got the past, but I didn't get because I didn't try sincerely. If you had written to me, I would have sent you the book by post. In the bracket, but you didn't write. If we had met him there, we could might have told him the whole story. Had we met him there, we could have told him the whole story. In the bracket, if is omitted and had placed at the beginning. Note: the continuous form of the perfect conditional may be used in the main clause. If I had not been there, you would have been facing a great trouble there. B. Past perfect continuous can also be used in the if clause. If you had been noting it seriously, you would not have missed it. Examples worked out. Put the verbs in brackets into the correct forms. First, if he in the bracket comes, I in the bracket be happy. Second, if I in the bracket have a house, I couldn't use I in the bracket sell it. Third, if he in the bracket admit his guilt, I in the bracket not punish him. Fourth, if you in the bracket protest, the party in the bracket expel you. Fifth, if I in the bracket you, I in the bracket not do it. Sixth, if it rains, we in the bracket not go to school. Seventh, if you had asked me to do it, I in the bracket do it. Page number 109. Eighth, if you send him on Monday, he in the bracket reach there on Tuesday. Ninth, if he in the bracket not read the letter thoroughly, he would have missed the point. 10th, if I had been you, I in the bracket not agree to the proposal. 11th, if you in the bracket go on a diet, you would lose weight. 12th, if he had all the wealth in the world, he in the bracket not be happy. 13th, if he in the bracket be only 15, he still in the bracket be at school. 14th, if the earth suddenly in the bracket stop spinning, we would all fly off it. 15th, if you had told me that you wanted to go there, I in the bracket help you. Page number 109. Answers. First, if he comes, I shall be happy. Second, if I had a house I couldn't use, I would sell it. Third, if he had admitted his guilt, I would not have punished him, or if he admits his guilt, I would not punish him.